They make maps in Georgia, don't they?
Wayne says that letter was the answer to a prayer.
I prayed for Susie if she's still available I'd like to get with her, prayed, and the next day I got that letter.
We just kept writing, and it wasn't a mushy kind of lovey-dovey story. It was just, we were friends. We were just good friends and easy to talk to.
But Wayne knew he and Susie were more than just pen pals.
When I got that letter, I knew we were going to get married. I just had a feeling.
Wayne spent Christmas of 1971 visiting Susie. A few months later, Susie lost her job and decided to move to North Dakota.
I had never been on a ranch. I didn't know the difference between a horse and a cow, really.
But Susie knew she and Wayne were meant to be together. Susie moved to North Dakota in March of 1972. A month later, she and Wayne were married.
Meant to be.
Yeah.
I've always thought that.
For everything that went on between us to get us married, it was God's work.
51 years later, they're still just as in love as they were then. Their love story is written here in these letters.
Since I wrote to you.
Letters that are a reminder of what made them fall in love in the first place.
May God bless you always.
And Susie and Wayne say they've tried to find Sam McCluskey several times over the years, but haven't had any luck. All they know is that he was originally from Missouri. If they could find him, they would like to, thank him for letting Wayne write to Susie. Quite the story.
Quite the story. I love that they still have the letters and they still get to look back on them.
Yes.
When they feel like it. It is nice.
Absolutely. Quick look outside, and we are looking at a very mild morning. What will today prove to be? I'll have that in my first alert weather forecast coming up.
Plus, more stolen cars are being returned to their owners, carrying a dangerous substance that can't be found without special testing. And a fire in Kennewick spread across several structures while firefighters risked electrocution after several power lines were downed. Good Morning Northwest continues right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good Morning Northwest, on your side.
Well, good morning and thank you for joining us. I'm Riley Fitzgerald.
And I'm Jason Valentine. Welcome to Tuesday. It's midweek for a lot of folks.
It is.
Yes.
Tuesday already.
And it's your Monday. Welcome back. We're glad to have you back.
Thank you very much.
Against wisdom teeth out.
Wisdom teeth, all four. So
I've never had my wisdom teeth out. So
are they in there?
Yes.
All
should
right.
I feel lucky?
I would say maybe if they haven't caused you any damage so far.
They have not.
Then I think you're on the good side.
Okay. I need them to chew.
I got the other,
Exactly.
however many are in there.
Exactly. Well, it was very nice to have you back.
Thank you, Jason.
Let's take a look outside at our Legends Columbia Point Skycam, and looking pretty darn nice in the mid-Columbia and a lot of our areas this morning. Just very, very chilly. We are just below the freezing mark for most of our cities, save for right at it, Toppenish, just above it for Walla Walla. Cool spot, 25 for Ellensburg. We're also keeping an eye on our visibility. We have 20% visibility right now in Walla Walla, 70% visibility in Pendleton. Again, that means 7 miles of visibility or 2 miles of visibility. Normal is 10 miles of visibility. So keep an eye out for patchy fog, even if you're heading into the mountains over to the Seattle area today or this morning. So far, our highs today, we're in the mid to lower 40s for most of our cities. And we're going to see a bit of building cloud coverage as we expect shower activity very late tonight into tomorrow morning. So folks, we're looking at drier conditions though after that. So let me get you ready for your Thanksgiving travel plans. Today, staying cool, patchy fog, scattered rain tonight. That's all coming up in my first alert weather forecast in about 10 minutes.
Richland police say they've gotten more than 24 reports of people trying to or succeeding in stealing Kias and Hyundais in the region so far this month. Years ago, you might hope to get a stolen vehicle back with nothing more than a few dings. But Alyssa Warner reports these days there's a danger that you might not recognize until it's too late. It's a story you'll only see here on Apple Valley News Now.
I test anywhere between 10 to 15 to 20 vehicles a week. 98% of the vehicles I test all test positive.
Biomanagement Northwest owner John Stavros says he first found fentanyl in a vehicle while testing a stolen truck in Kennewick about 2.5 years ago.
There was a white powdery residue in a crew cab pickup truck. What they were doing is they had laid out fentanyl and probably meth together, and they were mixing the two on the back seat. And I started noticing a trend from Portland going up the I-5 corridor, and now it's just everywhere.
Everywhere is right. Clearwater Collision and towing manager Colton Dean says 9 out of 10 cars they've tested in the past 3 years have come back positive for fentanyl and meth.
One of the things that we wish people knew is that there's just a high chance that there's drugs on the inside. We've had cars that have been stolen for 1 day and it's tested positive for fentanyl. We've had vehicles that have been stolen for 3 weeks and it tested positive. So sometimes it's hard to see when there's actually fentanyl on the inside.
Fentanyl is extremely dangerous. A dose the size of a few grains of salt can be deadly, especially if you don't realize that you've been exposed.
I've had customers that have actually gotten their vehicles out of impound, drove it out, were ecstatic to get the vehicle back, made it back far back as their driveway, their house, and passed out. We have no idea what the levels of purity of fentanyl are in these vehicles. I've seen ones that came back that were extremely high and that you didn't see any residue.
Testing can take a few days, and while insurance often covers the cost, you might have to file some extra paperwork or ask specifically for your vehicle to be tested. But both Stavros and Dean say the extra step is critical.
The big thing I want to emphasize again is for people, if they get their vehicle back, not to get in the vehicle. Don't get in it. Don't get in the vehicle. Don't get in it. So don't get in the vehicle. So it's not worth it.
It's not worth it. It's not worth going inside the car. It's not worth seeing what's in there, what's not in there, checking the glove box. It's not worth going inside the vehicle no matter what the circumstances is until it gets tested for those drugs.
For Apple Valley News Now, I'm Alyssa Warner.
A Richland High School student was arrested yesterday morning for bringing a BB gun onto school grounds. According to authorities, they were called to the school just after 10 a.m. after school security discovered the student carrying the gun in their waistband. The school was placed on lockdown and officers tracked down the student and arrested them. The student was taken to the Juvenile Justice Center and has been expelled from Richland High School. A vegetation fire spread to several sheds, a mobile home, and a commercial building Sunday due to strong winds in the area. It happened just before 5 p.m. on Sunday when fire crews from the Kennewick Fire Department were dispatched to a report of a vegetation fire in the 800 block of West Klamath Avenue. Fire officials say the fences surrounding the structures made access to the fire difficult. There were also safety concerns due to several power lines being damaged in the fire. At least one person was taken to the hospital, and fire officials say not all pets have been accounted for. It took about 2 hours for the fire to get under control, and at this time the cause of the fire is not known. The last sea galley in the country closed down in Union Gap and was set for demolition this week, but Friday night, the building went up in flames. According to Yakima Fire Chief Aaron Markham, because gas and power had already been shut off to the building to prepare for its demolition, it's unclear what caused the fire. The chief says he did speak with the property owner, who said they've had issues with people trying to break in since the restaurant shut down. Chief Markham says getting evidence about what caused the fire might be easier said than done.
But unfortunately, when we tore into it to get to the fire because of the roof collapsing, that was the area of origin. So a lot of the evidence about finding it even more detailed of where it started is destroyed.
Chief Markham says investigators are looking for footage from nearby security cameras to see if anyone was nearby or entered the building prior to the fire. The West Richland City Council held a special meeting yesterday evening to decide on whether or not to sanction a member of its council. At least 3 complaints were made against Councilmember John Smart after comments made at this month's City Council meeting in regards to allowing recreational cannabis shops within city limits. One of those complaints say his comments implied a direct threat against anyone who had a different opinion than his own. Another complaint stated Smart's threats that he would, quote, take, quote, appropriate notice of any council member who votes on approving the cannabis shops was a clear violation of the city's values. The City Council is expected to hold a vote today on whether or not to allow recreational cannabis shops. Jason Valentine returns now with a look at your morning weather forecast.
Good Tuesday morning, everyone. We're getting close to, well, doing some traveling, if not today, for your Thanksgiving holiday. I'll get you prepared for that. Possible fog this morning and definitely showers tonight. That's coming up.
Plus, as the temperatures continue to grow colder, warming centers are opening up around the region to help give a little relief to those who are struggling.
It's out with Thanksgiving and in with Thanksgiving during the 4-day Black Friday Super Sale at Furniture Row. Save $100 on every $1,000 you spend and watch the savings add up. Check out doorbusters while they last, plus 6 years no interest. The 4-day Black Friday Super Sale at Furniture Row ends soon.
This may look like a holiday shopping showdown, but it's a Nissan sales event ad.
Good thing my Rogue has intelligent all-wheel drive.
So does my Altima.
Get 2.9% financing for 60 months on Rogue, plus get up to $1,000 holiday bonus cash on popular models. Better hurry, these offers won't be back in stock.
After 40 years of
I want to press my luck.
The stakes keep multiplying.
If you land on that square, you will win 40 of something amazing. Wow.
Press your luck, new tonight on ABC.
Welcome to Good Shepherd Healthcare System. Our state-of-the-art surgery center features Da Vinci and Mako robotics. We offer top-of-the-line imaging with the newest CT, MRI, and mammography scans. Whether you're here for a routine checkup, a complicated surgery, or to visit a loved one, we're here to help guide you through each and every door along your healthcare journey. Good Shepherd Healthcare System. Patients first. Always.
Black Friday savings are going on now with Bi-Mart's latest membership savings book posted at Bi-Mart.com. It's 20 pages of great store-wide savings. Save big at Bi-Mart, your Northwest employee-owned membership store.
It's the 4-day Black Friday Super Sale at Denver Mattress. Right now, save $100 on every $1,000 you spend, or get up to $200 off our Denver Mattress brand lineup, plus 6 years no interest and free shipping. The 4-day Black Friday Super Sale, only at Denver Mattress.
Portions of Apple Valley News Now, sponsored by Lord's Health and Trios Health, making communities healthier.
Welcome back on this Tuesday morning. Well, the Yakima Health District has announced its first flu death in Yakima County. The patient was between 30 and 49 during the week of November 5th to 11th. Of all the flu tests taken, 8.6% were positive, a spike in just 1 month's time from just 1% from the first week in October. Health officials say the holiday season is when people need to be especially vigilant because of gatherings of people. According to the Benton Franklin Health District, there are several places throughout the community that are serving as temporary warming centers as we get deeper into winter. Many buildings offer heating and a safe environment for people during normal business hours. The services have been extended to Benton City, Helotes, Connell, and Basin City. The Health District is partnering with 211 on this project. 211 helps people in need connect with community services like utility assistance, food, housing, and health services. Coming up, the company that created ChatGPT has been thrown into turmoil after Microsoft hired its ousted CEO and nearly all of its employees threatened to follow him. And I'll return with your first alert weather forecast. Let me get you ready for your Tuesday. It's chilly. That's coming up next on Good Morning Northwest.
If you missed out on getting a McRib in the past, here's your chance to get one before you miss out again. The McRib returns. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Whatever the holidays mean to you, get the most out of them in a new Honda. Whether it's traveling to the holiday family dinner in an efficient Accord Hybrid, or heading to a hike to burn it off in a powerful CR-V Hybrid. Your holiday adventure awaits with a new Honda during Happy Honda Days. Buy online, reserve from select dealers, or visit your local Honda dealer today.
Sleep Shop and Furniture has expanded. To celebrate, all living room furniture is up to 35% off. A queen-size gel mattress for only $399 on hand with immediate delivery. Up to 18 months seamless cash and no credit financing available. Quality furniture, affordable prices.
Prosser Memorial Health has received a 5-star rating from the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services. Prosser Memorial Health is one of just 483 hospitals nationwide to receive their highest rating, and the only critical access hospital in the state of Washington. For more than 75 years, Prosser Memorial Health has provided high quality and compassionate care to our communities served. It's our privilege, and we look forward to bringing you a new hospital in 2025. This is how we care.
All aboard the Pend Oreille River Express for an awesome journey.
Coach cars are original Pullman cars. This was built in about 1920.
Fly the Northwest.
It's worth coming out to see.
Apple Valley News Now at 6 tonight.
If something's missing in your morning without a McDonald's breakfast, then try a new bagel sandwich with fluffy egg, melty cheese, and your choice of a steak patty with grilled onion or bacon or sausage. Well, those will fill the void deliciously. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Another fatal crash.
Alyssa Warner. She graduated from Walla Walla University, worked her first TV news job in Spokane, and brings the news home to you each night on Apple Valley News Now.
It's just one way Apple Valley News Now is on your side.
She's local and on your side.
Next live, Cynthia Nixon, plus Carson Kressley, and Live's Thanksgiving Cooking Week continues.
Mark, you've done this before. This is his second time in the kitchen.
Today at 9 on Apple Valley News Now. E.T. and Extra, tonight at 7 on Apple Valley News Now.
Extra, extra.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Jason Valentine.
Good Tuesday morning, everyone. Midweek for folks who have Thursday and Friday off, and welcome to Tuesday morning. Things are pretty calm this morning. We're looking at the Tri-Cities right now. Light winds, chilly conditions, but dry conditions as well. We are seeing some fog, though, popping up in places. I'll get to that in a bit. We are seeing a little bit of cloud coverage coming on in, still mostly clear skies above us. And as we move along in our day, we're going to see some sunshine, then building cloud coverage, and then shower activity overnight into tomorrow morning. So a little bit of wetness tomorrow morning. Luckily, all of our areas will be above the freezing level, so should be in the form of rain. Then that'll move on out by at least around noon. That will stick around the blues a little bit longer. But as we get into Thanksgiving itself, the conditions are looking very nice. So, of course, keep a close eye on that. So here's a closer look at that rain coming tomorrow morning. That is going to eventually fan out. This is for Wednesday into snow into central Idaho, and then snow pretty widespread for western Montana as well. So if you have people driving in or if you're driving to any of those areas, do be aware quite a bit of snowfall is going to be coming into those regions. Not our regions, but other regions. So taking a look at our temperatures right now, 33 our hot spot Walla Walla, 30 in Toppenish and Hanford. Other than that, we're in the mid to upper 20s, so chilly conditions out there. Bundle up as you're heading out the door. Temperature trend, we're going to remain just below our average for the next couple of days and then slowly start to creep into, yes, upper 30s for our highs starting on Saturday. So getting very, very chilly as we're heading into Thanksgiving weekend. So winds light, and they're going to remain light for today. And we're going to see winds remain light for the next couple of days, thus upping the chance of seeing some foggy conditions. We're seeing it in spots this morning, and also bad air quality, or at least hampered air quality. So right now, 20% visibility in Walla Walla, 70% visibility in Pendleton. If you're heading into the mountains, quite a lot of fog between Ellensburg and Cle Elum and into the mountainous area. So be very careful if you're heading out. And also air quality looking good right now. We've had a few pockets of moderate air quality this morning, but those have cleared up. Hopefully it stays that way, but we do expect some air quality issues in the next couple of days. So let's take a look at those highs today, and we're looking, again, below our average, right in those mid 40s, pretty much across the board. even some lower 40s. Tri-Cities 43, chilly day. Our hotspot 48, Pendleton. 7-day forecast for Yakima, going to stay in those 40s until we get to Sunday. Overnight lows taking quite the dip starting tomorrow late night, looking mostly sunny and nice for your Thanksgiving and Thanksgiving weekend. In the Tri-Cities, looking nice as well for Thanksgiving and into the weekend. Morning showers tomorrow. Overnight lows get to those middle 20s by the time we get to our weekend. And Walla Walla, very good chance of shower activity tomorrow morning, even into possibly the very early afternoon hours. Could see just a hint of shower activity for your Thanksgiving itself, but much nicer as we get into our weekend. For today, highs in the mid to lower 40s. Rain showers tonight. Keep an eye out for some patchy fog this morning, but still looking pretty nice as we get to Thanksgiving.
Now to the mass revolt inside a tech company that's helped to pioneer artificial intelligence. OpenAI is valued at $80 billion, but now most of its employees are threatening to quit unless their fired CEO is reinstated. ABC's Morgan Norwood has the latest.
This morning, chaos at one of the most prominent tech companies, with hundreds of employees vowing to walk off the job to get their boss back. It all started Friday when the board of OpenAI, the leading artificial intelligence company behind ChatGPT, fired CEO Sam Altman, claiming he was not consistently candid in his communications with the board. Bloomberg reports the dispute may have stemmed from Altman's push to commercialize AI more rapidly, despite concern that the unregulated technology could displace jobs across the economy and pose major security risks. In response to his firing, Microsoft, a top investor in the company, quickly hired Altman and another top executive.
We want Sam and Greg to have a fantastic home if they're not going to be in OpenAI and all the colleagues.
Then within hours, the threat of a mass exodus. A whopping 725 of OpenAI's 770 employees signed a letter threatening to join Altman at Microsoft unless the board resigns and Altman is reinstated as CEO.
When a company's reputation is really staked around people loving the CEO of that company, what happens then if they're gone and then they take everyone with them?
Altman has long been viewed as a golden boy in the tech world, Fortune magazine comparing his cult of personality to that of Steve Jobs at Apple. Microsoft has now guaranteed every OpenAI employee a position, but it's also leaving the door open for Altman to go back.
We chose to explicitly partner with OpenAI, and we want to continue to do so. And obviously that depends on the people and of OpenAI and staying there or coming to Microsoft. So I'm open to both options.
Altman said yesterday, "We are going to work together some way or other." As for the employees threatening to quit, they said they will act imminently. Tesla shareholders are calling on its board of directors to suspend Elon Musk. They want to send a clear message that Musk went too far endorsing anti-Semitic views on social media. Last week, he agreed with a post that claims Jewish communities push hatred against whites. In a statement, investor Jerry Brakeman says he believes in free speech, but that's no excuse for spreading hatred by a CEO of a public company. Since Musk's post, Disney, NBC Universal, and other major brands have halted advertising on X. No comment yet from Tesla. When we return on Good Morning Northwest, ahead of Black Friday 2023, we hear from experts about what you can do to make this holiday shopping season easier and maybe save you some money.
If you've been injured in an accident and are thinking about settling the insurance claim yourself, do you really know about the laws that help accident victims? Would you like to know if you're being treated fairly? Do yourself a favor. Call Allen Brecky Law Offices for a free consultation.
Does your bath or shower need a remodel? Bathfitter can do it all. We'll remove your existing fiberglass tub or shower and replace it with a custom-crafted shower or soaker tub. All made in America at our state-of-the-art factory. We rebuild your walls with new drywall and install a custom-made tub or shower with seamless walls in as little as 1 day. All work is guaranteed and built to last. Call your locally owned Bathfitter store now to book your free in-home estimate or visit bathfitter.com.
It's been called the after-dinner dip, a food coma,
No matter how you treat postprandial somnolence, you're ready for a serious sleep upgrade during the 4-day Black Friday super sale at Denver Mattress.
That's 4 days where the more you buy, the more you save. Save $100 on every $1,000 you spend. Or get up to $500 off select Tempur-Pedic adjustable mattress sets and score a $300 gift. Plus 6 years no interest financing and free shipping.
The 4-day Black Friday super sale only at Denver Mattress.
Prosser Memorial Health orthopedic surgeon Dr. Jeffrey B. Higgs is now seeing patients at Prosser Orthopedic Center, providing sports medicine and orthopedic care. His services include arthroscopic surgery, sports injuries treatment, shoulder instability, rotator cuff and replacement surgery, knee reconstruction, and more. To schedule an appointment with Dr. Higgs, call Prosser Orthopedic Center at 509-786-5599 or learn more at prosserhealth.org. This is how we care.
The story of a kinesiotherapist who rehabbed his golf game.
I love golf. I have always played golf.
Until he started having some mulligan-level foot pain.
Well, the golf game starts down at the feet, and if you don't have good support, you probably won't have a good golf swing.
So he got fitted for Good Feet arch supports.
It made a world of difference.
Any advice for your fellow linksmen?
2 words, the Good Feet store. How many words is that?
Swing by for your free fitting at the Good Feet store.
You know, there's no substitute for hands-on experience. Over the years, I've probably turned and read every one of these pages. This may just look like a pile of papers waiting to be shredded, but to you and your loved ones, it represents a wealth of trusted experience.
The best way to end your day.
That is good TV.
Friends, tonight at 11:05.
Welcome back, everyone. Well, looking to do your holiday shopping during Black Friday this year? ABC's Melissa Adon has some expert ways on how you can get the best deals.
Holiday shopping has been going on for weeks, even before Black Friday, which used to be the start of the season.
Black Friday still is definitely a thing, but it's not just on the day of Black Friday anymore. So you kind of have to think of Black Friday as a season or as the entirety of Thanksgiving week.
So here's some tips on ways to get good deals. Black Friday is a great time to buy clothing, gift cards, and home goods.
Especially those smaller appliances. Think vacuums, countertop appliances like air fryers, and anything you need for your kitchen. Those are always very deeply discounted during Black Friday.
Another popular item on a lot of shopping lists, TVs.
The number one thing that you should always wait until Black Friday to buy is a TV. We've seen year after year that they hit their absolute best prices on Black Friday itself.
If you're considering shopping online versus in person, there are some advantages.
You can immediately compare prices across retailers very, very quickly, which you can't always, do as quickly when you're in a physical store. The other advantage of shopping online is that you can immediately start looking up promo codes, cashback offers, and things that make the deals a little sweeter.
You might also be able to save by using social media.
So if you follow your retailers online or brands, especially, you may be able to get access to exclusive savings such as coupon codes and other discounts that they're going to offer exclusively through those venues, whether on Instagram or TikTok or Twitter.
And of course, it's always smart to shop around.
For a lot of items on Black Friday, it can really pay off if you take that extra moment to compare across retailers. They're all competing with each other.
Melissa Adon, ABC News, Los Angeles.
And Congress is demanding answers about Live Nation and Ticketmaster's policies. A Senate subcommittee issued a subpoena to the entertainment company saying it has refused to supply documents about its business practices. Live Nation and Ticketmaster grabbed some unwanted attention last year when many concert goers had trouble accessing its website to get Taylor Swift concert tickets. Many concert goers had trouble accessing its website last year to get those tickets. The debacle raised serious questions about the company's ticket pricing, fees, and resale policies. Senators grilled Live Nation's president, Joe Berchtold, during a hearing in January. But the senators say they still have more questions and want the company to comply. A spokesperson says the company has voluntarily worked with the Senate subcommittee from the start and has provided extensive information, but wants some of its business practices to remain confidential. Coming up, another hospital in Gaza finds itself under assault as the war in Israel continues to rage on. That's next on Good Morning Northwest.
may look like a holiday shopping showdown, but it's a Nissan sales event ad. Good thing my Rogue has intelligent all-wheel drive.
So does my Altima.
Get 2.9% financing for 60 months on Rogue, plus get up to $1,000 holiday bonus cash on popular models. Better hurry, these offers won't be back in stock.
STCU and Apple Valley News Now honor local volunteers by sharing their stories and donating $1,000 to their favorite charities. To nominate someone who's making a difference in Benton and Franklin counties, just click on Volunteers Count at applevalleynewsnow.com.
They say we get 300 days of sunshine a year, but we know the whole story. The winter of 2019, Mid-Columbia record for most snowfall in a single month. 2004, temperatures reached a low of -18 degrees. And 1996, one of the coldest winters in our history. At McCurley, we remember because we were here. Our expert technicians drive these roads too and know the challenges our winters can bring. That's why we're here to make sure your vehicle is ready for whatever weather comes your way, so you'll remember this winter for the people you spent it with, not the cold. McCurley, your way home.
Find your way home in a new, used, or certified pre-owned vehicle from Mercedes-Benz of Tri-Cities.
Exciting news. US Cellular has the amazing new iPhone 15 Pro with its stunning titanium design and the best iPhone camera yet. The thing that I love...
Beautiful. Now let's cue the music. Green screen and action.
US Cellular has the amazing new iPhone.
Come on, man. It's titanium.
US Cellular has the amazing new iPhone.
Cut. Love it.
That felt good.
New and current customers can get the iPhone 15 Pro with titanium on us. Get the gift of connection at US Cellular.
Hi, I'm Gino at Italstone.
Hi, I'm Andrew at Italstone. Excited to join my father's business, a true family business.
And we got great news for you. We just got a fantastic deal on quartz and granite slabs that we want to pass on to you. You'll be shocked at the savings. Come and see us for a free estimate. You'll be glad you did. We are with you every step of the way.
Portions of Apple Valley News Now, sponsored by Lord's Health and Trios Health, making communities healthier.
A commercial cargo ship is hijacked by rebels in Yemen amid the continued chaos in the Middle East. And before next year's presidential election, the Federal Appeals Court has struck down a key tool used to enforce the Voting Rights Act.
And a chilly start to your Tuesday with showers on the way tonight. I'll get you prepared in your first alert weather forecast.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good morning, Northwest, on your side.
Good morning and thank you for joining us. I'm Riley Fitzgerald.
And I'm Jason Valentine. Let's all welcome Riley back.
Thank you, Jason.
So good to have you back.
I've missed our laughs that we have.
We do have some good laughs, especially off camera.
Oh. A lot of people miss our little dance break during our intro.
We do some dancing. We also do a little high five before every show.
We do.
Luckily, I had a cold last week. We had to do kind of air fives. But anyways, it's lovely to have you back.
Thank you, Jason.
And lovely to have you back with us. Let's take a look outside, and we have first light. Again, it's that blue morning. It'll eventually be sunny for many of our areas as we're seeing pretty clear skies, though we do have some fog starting to pop into places, especially Walla Walla. Also Walla Walla, you're the hot spot, 33 right now. Other than that, we're at 30 or mid to upper 20s. So chilly conditions continue. So let's take a look at that visibility. 20% in Walla Walla, 70% in Pendleton. We have quite a bit of fog into the mountains if you're heading there. So just be prepared. Other places, though, looking very lovely. A little better air quality also. So we're keeping an eye on that, those who move along in our morning. So for today, we're going to see a bit of building cloud coverage. We're going to see some shower activity in our overnight period into tomorrow morning. That looks to be most likely the last precipitation, at least significant precipitation, until we get to Thanksgiving on Thursday. So, staying cool, patchy fog, scattered rain tonight. I have all that in my first alert weather forecast coming up in about 10 minutes.
Now to the Middle East, and another hospital reportedly under fire. ABC's Lionel Moise has the latest.
This morning, a second hospital in Gaza has become a battleground in Israel's war against Hamas, with claims that an Israeli shell hit the second floor, killing at least 12 people. Israel denies that report, but some good news overnight. A senior Hamas leader says a deal to release more hostages seized by the terror group last month is close, although U.S. officials warn the deal, calling for more than 50 hostages to be freed in exchange for a 5-day ceasefire, could collapse at any point.
We believe we're closer than we've ever been, so we're hopeful. But there's still work to be done, and nothing is done until it's all done.
In Israel, frustration boiling over, with some families of the hostages claiming their government is more interested in killing Palestinians than saving Jews. More than 1,000 miles away, rebels in Yemen, backed by Iran, releasing videos showing the hijacking of a commercial cargo ship in the Red Sea. The ship linked to Israel, but operated by a Japanese company. The crew captured. Back in the war zone, an update on these premature babies removed from their incubators at a Gaza hospital last week. 28 of the tiny infants are now safely out of Gaza in the care of Egyptian medics, with incubators waiting for them. Some have been reunited with their mothers for the first time since birth. Lionel Moise, ABC News, New York.
An Israeli defense official says thousands of Hamas fighters have been killed in the fighting. Israeli troops will soon move into southern Gaza, but are promising more targeted operations there. A federal appeals court has ruled against a key tool used to enforce the Voting Rights Act. The act bans election rules that have the intent or effect of discriminating on the basis of race. Monday's ruling could set up another Supreme Court showdown over one of the nation's landmark civil rights laws. The ruling springs from an Arkansas redistricting case. The 8th U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals ruled private entities cannot bring lawsuits under a provision of the law known as Section 2. In a 2-to-1 decision, the judges said the statute shows Congress did not give private plaintiffs the authority to sue. The appellate panel affirmed a 2022 ruling that found only the U.S. Justice Department can bring Section 2 lawsuits. But that ruling runs against decades of legal practice, with private plaintiffs bringing the vast majority of cases under Section 2. An appeal of Monday's ruling could go to the full 8th Circuit for review. The matter could ultimately end up before the U.S. Supreme Court. Jason Valentine returns now with a look at your morning weather forecast.
All right, we're starting to see some light break through on your Tuesday morning. It is chilly out there. We have some foggy conditions in Walla Walla and rain showers tonight. I'll get you ready in your first alert weather forecast coming up.
Plus, how much would you pay to own a jersey worn by one of the greatest athletes of all time during one of their greatest moments? We'll tell you how much experts are expecting this jersey to go up for.
Operation Best Friend on Good Morning Northwest, sponsored by Windermere Group 1.
Everybody in the Tri-Cities has been to a Hubby's Pizza Party, right? You haven't? Acquire the Hubby's habit and book your party today. Delicious, mouth-watering food made with only the freshest ingredients. It's party time at Hubby's Pizza, a hometown favorite for nearly 45 years. Book your party today.
Season, do more together in a new Chevy. Get 1.9% financing on all 2023 Silverado 1500 pickups, or get $5,250 total value on this Silverado with a TurboMax engine. See your community Chevy dealers.
Let's get scratching.
Whether you celebrate mistletoe magic in a Cadillac XT5, festive gatherings in a Cadillac XT4, or reinventing traditions in a Cadillac XT6, this holiday season, Cadillac is celebrating you.
Get 2.9% APR for 36 months plus $2,000 purchase allowance on a 2024 XT5 and XT6 when you finance through Cadillac Financial.
No matter where life takes you, how it changes you or how you change your life, I want you to always come back to remembering our love.
Maybe everything is different, maybe not all bad, where the main things are centered to help us come around. Oh, love is the common ground.
Stacy Lee, her father's family homesteaded near Dayton more than 100 years ago. She moved to the Tri-Cities to start a career in broadcasting in the 90s and has called it home ever since. Stacy Lee, Apple Valley News Now First Alert Weather. She's local.
Our local experience is the difference.
And on your side.
Next, E.T.
I'm hanging with Garth Brooks at his new honky tonk in Nashville.
Hey, E.T. Come on in. Plus,
We're the Garcia twins, and we're spilling the E.T.
next, E.T.
Tonight at 7 on Apple Valley News Now.
A set of jerseys worn by soccer superstar Lionel Messi during last year's World Cup are expected to fetch a record high price.
Okay.
The 6 jerseys going on the auction block next week were worn by the Argentine captain during each stage of the month-long tournament. That includes the final against France, which Argentina won.
Auction house Sotheby's expects the set to sell for more than $10 million, which would make it one of the most valuable collection of sports memorabilia at auction. Riley, I would hope so. The online auction for Lionel Messi's jerseys runs from November 30th to December 14th.
And Sotheby's says a Michael Jordan jersey from Game 1 of the 1998 NBA Finals from Jordan's famous Last Dance season is currently the record holder as most valuable sports item ever sold at auction. It sold last year for $10.1 billion.
Goodness.
So those are quite high up there.
What sports memorabilia would you like to have or pay the most for?
I don't know if I can answer that question.
Okay.
Do you have an answer?
Not really. I mean, like, of course, some of the Super Bowl wins, some of that, or just some Hall of Fame football jerseys would be awful cool.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
My grandpa has collections upon collections of baseballs.
Okay.
Signed, not signed, boxes upon boxes of baseballs and softballs. So
I know he's a Chicago fan. Any Ernie Banks in there?
I'm unsure. I'll have to ask him.
All right. Ernie Banks, one of the greatest of all time. Quick look outside. I'm going to get you ready for your Tuesday and your Thanksgiving week. What's left of it ready coming up.
And millions of Americans are hitting the road or heading to the airport this week for the Thanksgiving holiday. And weather could be a factor as a storm system moves from the south to the northeast. That's next on Good Morning Northwest.
Next Live, Cynthia Nixon, plus Carson Kressley, and Live's Thanksgiving Cooking Week continues.
Mark, you've done this before. This is his second time in the kitchen.
Today at 9 on Apple Valley News Now.
Thank you for getting groceries, Mika.
Of course. Happy to help. Will Medicare cover any of these bills?
I thought it would, but it doesn't.
We'll get through this. I will always be here for you.
I know. But what about you? I don't ever want you to be in this situation.
Don't worry, Dad. With WA Cares, I'm earning long-term care benefits with each paycheck. That money will be there when I need it.
Find out how the WA Cares Fund can help.
Is Medicare planning the last thing on your list? If you're approaching retirement age, contact the professionals at Stand Fortier Insurance Services and get answers to all your Medicare insurance questions. Let Stand Fortier guide you through the Medicare maze. Stand Fortier Insurance Services, bringing clarity to the complex.
At US Cellular, anyone can get any phone free. So give yourself a free phone.
She's here.
Then give yourself the gift of not checking it. The gift of connection at US Cellular. New and current customers get any phone free.
It's out with Thanksgiving and in with Thanksgetting during the 4-day Black Friday super sale at Furniture Row. Right now, the more you buy, the more you save. Save $100 on every $1,000 you spent and watch the savings add up. And with the largest selection at the lowest prices guaranteed, it's the perfect time to design a new living room, bedroom, dining room, or fall into a new mattress. Check out Doorbusters while they last, plus 6 years no interest. But hurry, the 4-day Black Friday super sale at Furniture Row ends soon.
Shop Bi-Mart's best savings of the year. Black Friday pricing going on now. All Maybelline cosmetics are 50% off. Save $4 on all Pine Creek throws, now just $1.99. Save $30 on Yoli 3-piece gravity loungers and table sets. Plus find Hot Wheels for 89 cents. Black Friday savings are going on now at Bi-Mart, your Northwest employee-owned membership store.
All aboard the Pend Oreille River Express for an awesome journey.
Coach cars are original Pullman cars. This was built in about 1920.
Fly the Northwest.
It's worth coming out to see.
Apple Valley News Now at 6 tonight. Stacy Lee, she's on your side. Apple Valley News Now First Alert Weather. From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Jason Valentine.
Good Tuesday morning, everyone. Hope you're enjoying it so far. A chilly but beautiful morning so far. We do have a little bit of fog in the Walla Walla area and Pendleton regions. We do have very chilly temperatures out there. Seeing a little bit of cloud coverage come in, but still we're going to see quite a lot of sunshine this morning. This is a very thin layer, but again, could see a little bit of cloud coverage this morning. We're going to see building cloud coverage as we move into our afternoon and evening. And then in our overnight period, we're going to be seeing pretty widespread shower activity start to come into our areas into tomorrow morning. Luckily, our overnight lows will be above the freezing level. This will be in the form of rain. Then that'll move out into the southwest or southeast, excuse me. And then we'll be seeing more clear skies into our Thursday, though we have just the slightest of chance of a little bit of shower activity coming into the Blue Mountain region. We'll keep an eye on that. So this is what more macro look at our rain that is coming in overnight into tomorrow morning. This is tomorrow morning, but look at all of this shower activity start to form into snow as it heads into the central part of Idaho, into the western part of Montana. So if you're heading to Boise or anywhere in Montana, do expect to see quite a lot of snow as you get into Wednesday evening. So temperatures right now 33 for Walla Walla. Other than that, we are below the freezing mark, 24 for Ellensburg, as we are staying quite chilly. Temperature trends are going to remain just below our average for this time of year for our week, and then we'll slowly start to get even cooler and cooler as we head into our weekend and into our next work week. Back to those upper 30s for our highs. So chilly conditions are on the way. So, well, they're here, but more chillier conditions are on the way. So wind speed very light throughout our areas, and it's going to remain light for the next couple of days. But that means we have a heightened chance of seeing some fog pop up in our regions. Also a heightened chance of seeing air quality take a turn to moderate. So right now, 20% visibility for Walla Walla, 70% for Pendleton. Foggy conditions if you're headed to the west side. So just get ready. A little bit of fog out there. And we have had a few pockets of moderate air quality. That's between Prosser and Toppenish. But we're looking pretty good for the rest of our areas. But I wouldn't be surprised if some bad air quality came into our areas. So let's take a look at our lovely highs today. We're in the mid-40s. Pretty much across the board. And as we head into the mid-Columbia, that's the same. 43 for the Tri-Cities. And in the Blue Mountain region, 48 for Pendleton. 7-day forecast for Yakima. Do expect to see 40s through Saturday. Looking nice for Thanksgiving Day itself. Morning showers tomorrow. Overnight lows, lower 20s by our weekend. In the Tri-Cities area, mid to lower 40s through Friday. Then upper 30s start on Saturday. Overnight lows for the weekend in the mid-20s. Morning showers tomorrow, looking nice for Thanksgiving. Walla Walla region, shower activity tomorrow. Could be a little more sustained into your very early afternoon and then a slight chance of a little bit of shower activity for your Thanksgiving, but things should be looking pretty nice, and overnights getting into the lower 20s by the weekend. For today, sunshine this morning, building clouds as the day goes on. Shower activity overnight into tomorrow morning, especially for the Mid-Columbian Blues. Keep an eye out for foggy conditions this morning, Walla Walla, Pendleton areas. And again, we're looking pretty nice but chilly into Thanksgiving.
It's that time of year when the Thanksgiving holiday is getting underway, and travel could be impacted by a cross-country storm and other severe weather that could hit major East Coast airport hubs today. Liz Landers has the latest on the travel rush.
From Los Angeles International Airport to LaGuardia, an estimated 55 million Americans will travel for the Thanksgiving holiday this week, but trips could be impacted by severe weather. The FAA expects 50,000 flights the day before Thanksgiving. After major holiday travel chaos last year, the Department of Transportation says they're working closely with airlines monitoring weather.
While we can't control the weather, we will also be using every tool at our disposal to keep cancellations and delays as low as possible in the first place.
Hail already hitting Louisiana overnight, and heavy rain, wind, and snow expected on the East Coast today. ABC meteorologist Samara Theodore.
Tuesday evening, a lot of folks by this point have already started their holiday vacation and they're planning on hitting the roads along the I-95 corridor. That's when we're going to see the heaviest rain from Atlanta into D.C. right on up into New York City.
Some good news, though, for the 49 million Americans who are expected to hit the road. AAA says renting a car will cost about 20% less this year, and that filling up at the pump should be less painful too.
A couple of bits of relief for road trip travelers are that gas prices are lower than this time last year, in many states significantly lower.
And a bit more good news for air travelers. Authorities say flight cancellations are down this year, with the lowest cancellation rate in 5 years. We'll be right back with the morning sprint and a final check on your forecast, but first a look at what's ahead on Good Morning America.
In this morning's GMA First Look, how weight loss drugs are about to transform the Thanksgiving feast.
The holidays have just become so much more of an enjoyable experience for me since Mounjaro.
Tara Rothenhofer has lost more than 200 pounds since starting Mounjaro. She says her habits have changed for the better.
I've been able to turn that fear and anxiety into more enjoyment and making sure that, I'm still eating the foods that I enjoy. I'm just making sure that I'm not eating as much of it.
With the average American consuming more than twice their recommended daily calories on a typical Thanksgiving day, drugs like Ozempic, Wegovy, and Mounjaro can be a game changer for those battling with obesity. And coming up at 7 a.m., whether you're hosting someone on this medication or taking it yourself, we'll have what you need to know to have your best Thanksgiving ever. With your GMA First Look, I'm Eva Pilgrim, ABC News, New York.
My husband and I have never been more active.
Shingles doesn't care.
I go to spin classes with my coworkers.
Good for you. Shingles doesn't care. Because no matter how healthy you feel, your risk of shingles sharply increases after age 50. But Shingrix protects. Proven over 90% effective, Shingrix is a vaccine used to prevent shingles in adults 50 years and older. Shingrix does not protect everyone and is not for those with severe allergic reactions to its ingredients or to a previous dose. An increased risk of Guillain-Barré syndrome was observed after getting Shingrix. Fainting can also happen. The most common side effects are pain, redness and swelling at the injection site, muscle pain, tiredness, headache, shivering, fever, and upset stomach. Shingles doesn't care, but Shingrix protects. Shingrix is now $0 for almost everyone. Ask your doctor about Shingrix today.
Now, the morning sprint.
Time right now is 6:53. We're going to get to your first alert forecast in just a moment, but we begin with a look at this morning's top stories. Richland police say they've gotten more than 24 reports of people stealing or trying to steal Kias and Hyundais just this month. Usually, if your car was stolen and recovered, you'd want to get it checked out for physical damage, but more and more stolen cars are coming back contaminated with potentially dangerous drug residue that you might not be able to see without special testing. It can take a few days, and while insurance often covers the cost, you might have to file some extra paperwork. A Richland High School student was arrested yesterday morning for bringing a BB gun onto school grounds. According to authorities, they were called to the school just after 10 a.m. after school security discovered the student carrying the gun in their waistband. The school was placed on lockdown, and officers tracked down the student and arrested them. The student was taken to the Juvenile Justice Center and has been expelled from Richland High School. A vegetation fire spread to several sheds, a mobile home, and a commercial building on Sunday due to strong winds in the area. It happened just before 5 p.m. on Sunday when fire crews from the Kennewick Fire Department were dispatched to a report of a vegetation fire in the 800 block of West Klamath Avenue. At least one person was taken to the hospital, and fire officials say not all pets have been accounted for. It took about 2 hours to get the fire under control, and the cause of the fire is not known. The last sea galley in the country went up in flames Friday night. According to Yakima Fire Chief Aaron Markham, because gas and power had already been shut off to prepare the building for demolition, it's unclear what caused the fire. The chief says he did speak with the property owner, who said they've had issues with people trying to break in since the restaurant shut down. Investigators are looking for any footage from nearby security cameras. A judge has ruled that media cameras are now prohibited from the courtroom during proceedings involving Bryan Kohberger, the man suspected of killing 4 University of Idaho students last year. The order states the proceedings will be recorded by the court and the live stream will be posted to YouTube. As a result of the ruling, no one in the courtroom will be allowed to record video, audio, or take pictures. The West Richland City Council held a special meeting yesterday evening to decide on whether or not to sanction a member of its own city council. At least 3 complaints were made against Councilmember John Smart after comments made in regards to allowing recreational cannabis shops within the city limits. One of those complaints says his comments implied a direct threat against anyone who had a differing opinion than his own. The City Council is expected to hold a vote today on allowing recreational cannabis shops.
Good Tuesday morning, everyone. We are looking at a pretty nice morning throughout many of our areas. A little bit of cloud coverage out there. We're also seeing a little bit of fog in the Walla Walla area. A little bit more cloud coverage starting to roll in from the west. We were quite clear overnight. We're very chilly this morning as well. We're right around the freezing mark for most of our cities, a little above it for Walla Walla. Other than that, we are below our cool spot, 24 for Ellensburg. Light winds continue, and that is going to continue for the week ahead. So not much wind action to keep things even cooler and make it feel like it's even cooler than it is. Visibility right now, we have 20% visibility Walla Walla, 70% visibility in Pendleton. And if you're heading into the mountainous areas, we are looking at some fog there as well. Pendleton just improved to perfect visibility. So it looks like Walla Walla is our only area with that. Air quality kind of dancing between good and moderate for some regions overnight. Right now we're all in the good, but we do have the possibility of seeing worse air quality as we see the winds slow down. So our highs today, we're right in those mid-40s for Yakima, Ellensburg, Toppenish. In the lovely mid-Columbia, mid to lower 40s as we're staying quite chilly throughout our areas. And hotspot for the day is Pendleton at 48. And we're going to continue to see just slightly cooler and cooler temperatures towards our weekend, where by Saturday or by Sunday, we're going to see highs across the board in the upper 30s. Shower activity late tonight into tomorrow morning, then drier conditions towards Thanksgiving. Riley.
Thanks for waking up with us and watching Good Morning Northwest. GMA is next, and your local news is back tonight at 5.